Now folks, it is possible that the new unemployment data from June could affect the fourth round of stimulus payments. Lawmakers will be taking action for stimulus and infrastructure next week. And remember, the House Democrats took a big step forward, approving a $715 billion transportation bill that party leaders say could be the legislative framework for holding a floor vote on President Biden's infrastructure deal with the GOP this year. The bill was even bipartisan, with 2 Republicans backing it. Everybody, if you support the fourth round of stimulus checks, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
You told the seniors of this country you were on their side. You told working people you were on their side. You said you would not cut Social Security. You would not cut Medicare. You would not cut Medicaid. You know what? Millions of us are going to demand that you keep your promise.
All right, everybody. So in a new interview, House Majority Leader Steny Hoyer said, "We have just passed a major piece of legislation, which is not the president's infrastructure plan, but it is a significant part of what the president wants. At some point in time, we're going to have to put them all together." While they eye the decision, top Democrats are also pushing ahead on a filibuster-proof spending bill that would significantly expand the social safety net, while making good on the rest of President Biden's long wish list. White House officials and top Democrats spent much of June shuttling from meeting to meeting, trying to keep their votes in line. Lawmakers and aides expect much movement this month. Some groups will meet next week, including Democrats on House Ways and Means Committee, that are tasked with finalizing ways to pay for an infrastructure bill, possibly the toughest challenge of all. House Democrats hope to take the next big step on their infrastructure plans, approving a budget blueprint that will effectively unlock the filibuster-proof process by the end of this month. But some moderate Democrats are hoping that this is not the only big vote that they'll take this month, urging their leadership in the White House to hold a vote on Joe Biden's bipartisan agreement as soon as the text is ready. On July 2nd, the Bureau of Labor Statistics released the June unemployment data, which shows that the unemployment rate in the US remains basically unchanged from May. While the rate did not change, around 850,000 jobs were added to the economy.
Republicans in the House to turn their dream of ending Medicare into a nightmare for the American people. And when they do so, they say, well, it's not going to cost the current seniors anything. No, current seniors will pay more with their budget and their plans for the Affordable Care Act.
This is an increase of around 200,000 more jobs added to the economy in June than in May. There are some concerning data points in the June employment update. The number of people experiencing a temporary layoff or had lost their job permanently remained unchanged compared to May, while down considerably from the rates a year ago. There is still a gap between now and pre-crisis levels of over 1 million workers. Folks, signs of economic instability at the household level are present within the economy. While not at the level of distress felt during the early months of the crisis, a survey found that around 40% of households reported that their income is below the pre-crisis levels. At this point, there have been no announcement or calls from the White House for benefits to be expanded past September. However, as policy and lawmakers collect more data on the economic recovery, a movement of the deadline could happen. For this to happen though, decision makers may need to see an increase in the number of people claiming benefits. The most recent report on unemployment initial claims shows that June numbers fell by over 20,000 claims compared to the end of May. A fourth round of stimulus checks should definitely be passed soon. House Speaker Pelosi is considering using the budget reconciliation process very soon, and the Democrats use a process called reconciliation to pass the bill in the Senate without Republican support. That allows budget-related measures to proceed with a simple majority rather than the filibuster-proof 60 votes. Generally, only one reconciliation bill can pass per fiscal year, but a subsequent ruling by the Senate parliamentarian, who interprets the legislative body rules, opened up a path for additional spending legislation. Without reconciliation, any bill would need at least 10 Republican votes, along with every Democratic vote. Now, during an MSNBC interview, Senator Joe Manchin said he will support fellow Democrats on a reconciliation package, but that he's not sure what details he will allow them to include. Manchin also stated, "We're going to have to work through it. We're going to have to work it through reconciliation, which I've agreed can be done. I just have not agreed on the amount because I haven't seen everything that everyone is wanting to put in the bill." What are your thoughts on Joe Manchin, everybody? Is he holding back our stimulus check? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. As always, folks, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate everybody's amazing support. And until next time, have a great day and stay safe.
And the proud members of the United Brotherhood and Sisterhood of the Carpenters. So it is so great to be in the House of Labor. I always know I'm home in the House of Labor, and it is great for us to all be able to spend part of this holiday weekend together. And of course, this weekend is the weekend where now in particular all across our nation, high school bands will march in parades and families will gather for backyard barbecues and children will watch and wonder as fireworks light up our night sky, and we will celebrate together our nation's independence. Indeed. And this year, not only will we celebrate our independence, we will celebrate our nation's resilience. Because this year, America is coming back together. Because this year, America is getting back to work. And just yesterday, we learned that our economy created 850,000 jobs in June. 850,000 jobs in 1 month. Over the past 5 months, we have created over 1.6 million jobs in the leisure and hospitality industries, which is so important, of course, here in Las Vegas. We have created over 3 million jobs total, and wages are going up for American workers. And for so long, we've all talked together about the fact, right? The cost of living kept going up, but wages remained stagnant. But we're seeing that wages are going up, and that, as we know, means we are seeing progress. And you know, before President Joe Biden and I even took office, we knew that the American people were up against a whole lot. We saw how working people were struggling, including how this industry was getting hard hit by this pandemic, so hard hit. And we made a decision there and then that our top priority would be to get you relief, to get working people relief, to get checks in pockets and tax credits in